Hi, I am Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I wanted to come to you quickly with a weekly reading from my newest deck, the Mystical Shaman Oracle by baron-reid, Alberto Villoldo, and Marcela Lobos. And just for those of you that do not know, Colette, Alberto, and Marcela are doing a free webinar training on the 3rd of April, I believe. So you can get in on that. I will try to put the link in the comments below so that you guys will be able to see that and click on that and sign up for it, because I'm sure it's going to be really, really good. I am loving these cards. I just got them last week. And I did an unboxing review, so feel free to check that out on my page here. And let me know if you enjoyed that video by leaving me a comment under it. I did a quick reading on it as well. And I'm just asking the cards here what we need to know for our highest good for this week, and pulling the ones that pop up for me. They've been so spot on. I did a full moon reading for myself yesterday, and it was freaking amazing. All right. Awesome. All right. So the cards, just so you know, can be read upright or in reverse, giving them not only 64 messages, but 128 messages. Our first card is card 43. It was in reverse, and it is the Rattle. They actually refer to the reverse cards as cards to be read in medicine, meaning it's a extra little prescription for you to help you as you navigate. So the first card, like I said, was the Rattle. The essence of the card says, the rattle is the spirit caller carrying the shaman's prayer to the 4 directions. The body of the rattle is like the earth spinning on its axis. With the aid of the rattle, the medicine woman instills a desired destiny in her future, closing with the prayer, Great Spirit, may your will be done. The rattle guides us to pray for all the earth, not just for our personal needs. When we offer our prayers for the highest good of all, everything we need is provided for us. So the medicine. You want to catch God on the whisper, not on the shout. What you are trying to craft to your own desires and expectations is already there, standing before you. Do not spin the world to your own benefit. You are being offered the Creator's tools, which must be put to use to serve a divine purpose. So for me, this card is really telling us that a lot of times we have desires, and we are trying to partner with Spirit to bring forth those desires. But what does that desire have to do with the divine? Like, how is that thing that you're desiring, how does it help people other than you? Look to this week. Really think about your motives for wanting these things. Is it you're wanting this thing for you? Are you wanting this thing because you know that it will help you to bless others? Obviously, when we, partner with the divine and we have this divine purpose and we come with this, this heart of service, to be a light to the world and to hopefully get this thing so that we can bless the world, it makes it a lot easier to bring it forth, because it's not only helping us. So look at what you're, wanting this week, and really analyze whether or not it's something that is just for you or something that can help more than you. And that could be money, right? So let me give you an example. I could say that I really want this money, and I want it not only so I can take care of my needs, but also, and wants, but also so that I can give back to the charities that I want to give to, that I can, offer services for a discounted rate because I'm taken care of. I could say all of those things. So just be mindful of that this week on whether or not the things that you're desiring are things that you want for you, or are they things that actually can serve for a divine purpose? Our next card is the Sweat Lodge, number 54. And it is upright, so we will get the invitation with this card. So the essence of this card is the Sweat Lodge. It represents the womb of Mother Earth. Volcanic stones are heated in a fire outside, then brought into the lodge and placed in a shallow hole in the center. Participants sit in complete darkness around the red-hot stones to sweat away old habits and beliefs and heal disease. When you return humbly to the womb of the mother, you are offered second chances. This is a time to journey inward into the dark and hidden places of your soul, to reconnect with the ancient earth wisdom. You can also create a sacred and an intimate space in the dark by lighting a candle. Observe what emerges and without judging it, invite it to bring you its gifts. You are being offered an opportunity to shed and heal from the aspects of your life you have outgrown. Do not worry that you will be consumed by the process. So, reading this card in relation to our anchor card of like serving a divine purpose, this card is really calling for us to let go of those things that don't serve us, that haven't been serving us, so that we can get to the heart of what it is we need to be doing that will serve the world. And we do that by going within, really taking that time to get to know what it is that we desire to do, what it is that we can bring to the world. And we can do that by going within and really helping, asking Spirit to come in and help purify us in the way that the Sweat Lodge is, purifying us by helping us sweat out all those toxins and everything. So that is the second card for the week. And the next card is 38, and it is our Mystical Shaman. That's the card. These cards are absolutely beautiful. All right, the essence. This is a symbol of the myth maker and storyteller who is neither made of nor defined by the story. Instead, he observes it, evolves through it, perceives all aspects of it. In so doing, the mystical shaman represents the ability to dream a new story, a new myth into being. He dances between worlds, wearing the cloak of the world loosely around his shoulders, and sings the world into being. He reminds us to be in the world and travel through it, but not to be defined by it or become too attached to the experience. This is the symbol of true alchemy, for all elements of life have a spiritual aspect and a material one. When we remember this, all manner of miracles and manifestations are possible. So the invitation is, when the mystical shaman appears, you're invited to consider the ability to live without attachment. You are called to create and dream your life, to act on inspiration and divine impulse without fixating on a known story of success or achievement. Can you impartially observe the stories you tell yourself and others? What if you could become a mystery to yourself? Who would you become if you stopped telling the tales that have defined you up until now? You do not have to live in a story that has roots in the past. What if there was no need to explain you to anyone, not even to yourself? The way to your most extraordinary life is to become a blank slate and allow the form of your dreams and desires to show up as it will. This is a sign of manifesting a life beyond your wildest dreams. So for me, reading that message and seeing this card, it's really telling us to let go of those old stories that we've been telling ourselves. Maybe that story is, I can't do it. Maybe that story is, I'm not smart enough. Maybe that story is, I'll never get to this point in my life. I'll never have this. I'll never, be able to create this because of where I've come from. And the mystical shaman is really telling us to leave that all behind. Let go of that old story. Create a new story, right? And we do that by letting go of all those things that defined us in the past And this again speaks to the release that we talked about with the sweat lodge. But we let go of those things in the past and we become a new person. That's what Easter is all about, right? God sent his son, Jesus, who died and then rose again anew. But when he came back, when he was resurrected, he was no longer the Jesus that had walked the earth. He, in a sense, was divine. And when he came back, if you remember, he told them like not to touch him and not to do these things because he hadn't yet ascended to the Father. But he showed them his wounds to prove who he was, and for me, that's really symbolic. He was a new person when he came back. Yes, he had, that same love in his heart, that same thing, but he saw from a different vantage point. He was able to see from a new set of eyes because he had conquered death. He had come back from the dead. And we have that ability in and of ourselves, right? We can die to self. We can say to that old self, the self that's not good enough, not smart enough, not beautiful enough, not, whatever enough, we can say, you know what? Thanks for being here. We're cool. You're gone. I'm becoming a new person. I am smart enough. I am beautiful enough. I am good enough for whatever I want in this life. And that's what the mystical shaman is telling us today. So taking all of these into account, we, number one, need to make sure that we are wanting to manifest something that has this divine purpose, this divine service, that we are really shining our light, not only to bring us the things that we want in life, but to also to help others. And the sweat lodge on top of that really helps us get down to what is our divine purpose, because we are able to go within, we're able to purify ourselves and really, really hone in on what it is that we want to be doing, that we desire in our hearts, and that will serve the collective. And then the mystical shaman says that we are manifesting these amazing things if we can let go of those old stories, if we can live without attachment, and stop being so in our stories and in our minds about the things of the past, recognizing that we have the ability to create the future that we desire as long as we partner with spirit. So I hope that message resonated with you today. If it did, feel free to leave me a comment below. I'd also love if you subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to be doing these every week moving forward in the future, as well as unboxing reviews and things like that. So I hope that you enjoyed it. I will talk to you soon, and I'll put that link to sign up for the free training with Kala, Alberto, and Marcella in the description below. Talk to you soon. Bye.